I want to ask.
I'm not good, rather. It's the worst days of my life. How about that?
Okay, well,
Not holding up very well. I would say to other men, maybe I'll be an example for other men, cautionary tale. Don't neglect your wife.
Judge Greg Mathis, the famous TV judge we all know and love, is getting divorced from his wife, Linda, after 39 years of marriage. Yes, you heard that right. 39 years. Judge Greg Mathis and his wife, Linda, have been together for almost 4 decades, which is a really long time. They've shared so much of their lives together, raising a family and building a life that many people admired. That's why it's such a big surprise that they are now getting a divorce. People who have been following them were shocked to hear this news because they seemed so happy together. They even had a reality TV show called Mathis Family Matters, where they showed everyone what their life was like. On the show, they looked like they were really close and had a strong relationship. Judge Mathis always talked about how much he loved his wife and how important she was to his success. He would say that Linda was the one who helped him stay on track and supported him through all the hard times. But now, after all these years, Linda has decided to file for divorce. She listed July 17th as the date when they officially separated, and she said that they have irreconcilable differences. That's just a fancy way of saying that they can't work out their problems. This is a huge deal because after being married for so long, you'd think they would be able to figure things out, but it looks like there were some things that just couldn't be fixed. What makes this even more surprising is that Linda is asking for spousal support, which means she wants Judge Mathis to pay her money after the divorce. She's also making sure that he can't ask for any money from her. This shows that the divorce might not be as friendly as people thought, and there could be more going on behind the scenes than we know. So, the news that Judge Greg Mathis and his wife Linda are getting divorced after 39 years of marriage is a real shocker. They've been through so much together, and it's hard to believe that their relationship is ending. But it just goes to show that even the longest marriages can face problems that are too big to fix. Linda Mathis, the wife of Judge Greg Mathis, has officially filed for divorce after 39 years of marriage. In the divorce papers, she listed the date of separation as July 17th. The reason she gave for the divorce is irreconcilable differences, which means that there are problems between them that they just can't work out. This is a really big deal because after being married for so long, you would think they could figure out how to solve their problems. But sometimes, even after many years together, things just don't work out the way people hoped. When someone files for divorce and uses irreconcilable differences as the reason, it usually means that both people have tried to fix things, but it didn't work. Another important part of Linda's divorce filing is that she is asking for spousal support. Spousal support is money that one person pays to their ex-spouse after they get divorced. Linda is asking the court to make Judge Mathis pay her this money. At the same time, she has also checked a box in the divorce papers that would stop Judge Mathis from asking her for spousal support. This means that Linda wants to make sure she gets money from him, but he can't ask for any money from her. It's not clear yet whether there was a prenuptial agreement, also known as a prenup before they got married. A prenup is a legal document that some couples sign before they get married, which says how their money and property will be divided if they ever get divorced. If they had a prenup, it might affect how the court decides on spousal support and dividing their property. This part of the divorce is really important because it shows that there could be some disagreements about money and property between Judge Mathis and Linda. Divorce is always tough, but when there are questions about money, it can make things even more complicated. People will be watching closely to see what happens next and how the court decides on these issues. Judge Greg Mathis has had some incidents in the past that are coming back into the spotlight now that his divorce is making headlines. These past incidents are important because they might help explain some of the issues in his marriage with Linda. One of the most talked about incidents happened in 2019 when Judge Mathis was accused of spitting on a parking valet. This happened outside of a club in Detroit. According to reports, the valet was working when Judge Mathis got upset because he thought the valet didn't have his car keys. In his anger, Mathis allegedly spat on the valet. The police were called and they started an investigation into what happened. This was a pretty shocking event because it's not what you would expect from someone who is supposed to be a respected judge. Another thing that people are talking about is Judge Mathis being known for being stingy. There are stories about him insisting on paying for dinner with coupons and using a calculator to make sure he didn't tip more than he needed to. Allegedly, when he goes out to eat with friends, he only pays for his own meal and makes sure to calculate his share down to the exact penny. While it might not seem like a big deal, these kinds of behaviors can cause tension in relationships, especially if they happen a lot. Just last year, there was another incident involving Judge Mathis that made the news. An employee from the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power reported that Judge Mathis threatened workers after a heated argument. The workers had asked Mathis to move his vehicle, and things escalated quickly. According to the report, Mathis got angry and allegedly flashed a gun at the workers. However, when Judge Mathis was asked about this incident, he told a different story. He said that the workers were blocking his car, and one of them made a threatening comment, so he felt like he was the one being threatened. He denied ever showing a gun or pointing it at anyone. These incidents are just a few examples of things that have happened in public, and they make people wonder what might have been going on behind closed doors. If these are the kinds of things that Judge Mathis has done where people can see, it's possible that there were even more issues in his private life that contributed to the problems in his marriage. Some people are also speculating that these incidents, along with rumors of infidelity, might have been too much for Linda to handle, leading to her decision to file for divorce. While we don't know all the details, these past behaviors are definitely adding fuel to the fire and making people think that there could be more to the story than just irreconcilable differences. As the divorce proceedings continue, it will be interesting to see if any more information comes out about these past incidents and how they might have played a role in the breakdown of Judge Mathis and Linda's marriage. One of the biggest stories that people are talking about is an old interview with Wendy Williams. During this interview, Wendy asked Judge Mathis about allegations that he had been caught in a motel room with a woman who wasn't his wife, and that this woman was supposedly a crackhead. Wendy also suggested that this woman claimed to have gotten pregnant by Judge Mathis. This made the interview very tense, and Judge Mathis responded angrily, defending himself against these accusations. Judge Mathis didn't just deny the claims. He also turned the tables on Wendy, bringing up her own struggles with addiction and other personal issues. The exchange was heated, and it left a lasting impression on people who watched it. Despite his strong denial, the fact that Wendy brought up these allegations on her show made a lot of people wonder if there was any truth to them. The rumors about Judge Mathis possibly being unfaithful didn't stop there. Over the years, there have been other whispers and speculations about his behavior, especially when it comes to attractive women who appeared on his show. Some people noticed that he seemed very interested in looking at evidence like videos or pictures when they were presented by female plaintiffs on his show. This led to more gossip about whether he had a wandering eye, meaning he might be tempted by other women even though he was married. These rumors and speculations have made some people believe that infidelity could be a major reason why Linda decided to file for divorce after 39 years of marriage. When a marriage lasts that long, it's hard to imagine it ending unless something really serious happened. And cheating is one of the most common reasons couples split up. On the other hand, there are people who think that these rumors might not be true or that they are exaggerated. They argue that there could be other reasons for the divorce, like Judge Mathis working too much or other issues that we don't know about. But the fact that these rumors have been around for so long makes them hard to ignore, and they definitely add to the drama surrounding the divorce. In the end, whether or not infidelity was a factor in the divorce, it's clear that the rumors have played a big role in shaping how people view Judge Mathis and his marriage. As more details about the divorce come out, it will be interesting to see if any new information sheds light on whether these rumors were true, and how they might have impacted the relationship between Judge Mathis and Linda. There's been talk that one of the reasons for Judge Greg Mathis and Linda's divorce could be that Judge Mathis has been working too much and neglecting their relationship. Over the years, Judge Mathis has built a very successful career. He's known for his popular TV show where he presides as a judge, but that's not all he does. He also runs a series of charities and has a production company which keeps him incredibly busy. Some people believe that his demanding work schedule, which reportedly has him working 70 to 80 hours a week, has taken a toll on his marriage. When someone works that much, it's hard to find time for anything else, including spending quality time with their spouse. This can lead to feelings of being ignored or unappreciated, which might have been what happened with Linda. There are reports that Linda sacrificed a lot for their marriage over the years, especially when it came to supporting Judge Mathis's career. She allowed him to work those long hours and put his work first. But after nearly 40 years of marriage, it seems like she might have reached her limit. Some sources say that Linda expected Judge Mathis to slow down and spend more time with her now that they're older. She might have been hoping they could travel the world together, relax, and enjoy the rest of their lives without the constant pressure of work. However, Judge Mathis doesn't seem to be ready to slow down anytime soon. He's still heavily involved in his work and might not be willing to give that up just yet. For someone like Linda, who has been by his side all these years, this could have been a major disappointment. If she felt like he was choosing work over their relationship, it might have led her to decide that she didn't want to keep sacrificing her happiness for his career. On the other hand, some people think that Judge Mathis isn't working as much as he used to, and that might have caused problems too. They speculate that maybe Linda was used to having her own space and independence while he was busy with work. But now that he's home more often, it could be that they started to get on each other's nerves, especially if they weren't used to spending so much time together. There's also the possibility that Linda felt like Judge Mathis wasn't bringing in as much money as he did when he was working more, and this might have caused financial stress or tension in their relationship. Money issues are a common cause of problems in marriages, and if Linda felt like their lifestyle was changing because of it, she might have decided it was time to move on. In the end, it's clear that Judge Mathis's work schedule and the demands of his career played a significant role in their marriage. Whether it was because he was working too much or not enough, or because of financial concerns, these issues likely contributed to the breakdown of their relationship. As they move forward with their divorce, it will be interesting to see if more details emerge about how his work life impacted their marriage and led to the decision to end it after nearly 4 decades together. Some people are speculating that Linda Mathis might actually be the one at fault in her divorce from Judge Greg Mathis. There's a lot of talk online about how women often initiate divorces, especially when they feel they've gotten what they wanted from the marriage, like raising the kids and enjoying financial stability. In this case, some believe that Linda might be ready to start a new chapter in her life, possibly with the money and assets she would get from the divorce. One common idea people are discussing is that after 39 years of marriage, Linda might feel like she's done her part and now wants to live independently. Some think she might be tired of the marriage and ready to move on without Judge Mathis, especially if she believes she can do so comfortably with his money. This idea is based on the fact that in many cases, women are the ones who file for divorce, and they often do so when they feel secure enough to live on their own. Others speculate that the marriage has been struggling for a while, and Linda was just waiting for the right time to leave. They suggest that maybe she stayed in the marriage until the children were grown and the financial situation was stable, and now she's ready to move on. Some people believe that her decision to file for divorce might have been influenced by the idea that she could start fresh with the resources she's gained from the marriage. On social media, some users have pointed out that Judge Mathis's behavior on TV might have been a hint at the problems in their marriage. They suggest that his strong personality and strict ways could have made things difficult at home, and maybe Linda was simply waiting for the right moment to leave. While these are just speculations, they show that people have different opinions about why the marriage is ending. Some think Linda might be looking out for herself, while others believe there were deeper issues at play that led her to make this decision. In conclusion, there are a lot of different ideas about why Linda Mathis decided to file for divorce from Judge Greg Mathis. Whether she's looking for independence, reacting to long-standing issues, or simply ready to move on, it's clear that the decision wasn't made lightly. As more details come out, people will likely continue to discuss and debate what really happened in their marriage and what led to the end of their nearly 40-year relationship.